Hello, my name is Russell Myers. Welcome to Issues Unite. So I wanted to relate some of my own, corporate slave experience as of late. For since January, I've been doing travel nursing contracts away from home, and where I've been working has been, let's just say understaffed for a very long time. Uh, Ever since late March or early April at the very least, it has been a situation where we are supposed to have 2 to 4 nurses on our shift, and instead, until very recently, I think last week, we have had only, it's last week. It has been myself and one other nurse doing the job of 3 to 4 nurses. And yet we are expected to maintain the same standards and, accomplish the same tasks as if there were 3 to 4 nurses on shift. And this has been completely unrealistic, obviously. The level of stress that was placed on us has just, over time. I mean, you can do this, for a short period of time, somewhat, but when you deal with it over 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, it has a cumulative effect on you. We started off when it was short. We accepted that it can't be helped. They haven't gotten any applicants, any new hires in. We weren't happy with it, but we did it. But over time, it just kept on going and kept on going and kept on going. And we get up to June, and they had some new people come in. And we looked at the schedule, and it turned out that on the opposite rotation from ours, because it worked in rotations, that on the opposite rotations, they scheduled 4 and even 5 nurses on that rotation, and you look at their very next day, and it's her and I again. And that was a breaking point for us. That was when we just said no more. After the fact, they said, well, not all those nurses showed up. And, I don't care. That, even if whether they showed up or not, this is what was planned. This is what this was by intent. Anyway, I started running numbers, and like I always do. And I started figuring out, by not paying just one more nurse to bring us to 3, the bare minimum, the company was saving $2,000 a week by not paying that other nurse. Were we offered any additional compensation? No. So that's $8,000 a month. Over 4 months, you're talking, over $30,000 that the company saved by not paying a third nurse. And we get nothing out of it except, and then they started piling on more requirements for us to fulfill. And I just the administrator and I were talking one morning, and I said, no, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. You get me staff and I'll do it. But until then, it's not happening. And, well, I only have 2 more working shifts left to this contract, and it's going to be a welcome change. I have a new contract coming up, which from all indications is going to be a lot better, and I'll be under a lot less stress. I like I said, I've been emotionally and physically exhausted, and it's been just too hard to keep up with the channel for a while now. The stress became so bad that it hit my ulcerative colitis and sent it into a continuous flare to the point that I lost over 20 pounds, and my body went into starvation mode. And, once that happens, you're not getting your energy or your motivation back up until you come out of that. I'm just starting to come out of that again. And anyway, but my experience is really no different from so many millions of others. I relate very strongly to the people that do not want to go back to work at, lower wages than what I'm making. People want to make a living at what they're doing. We don't work in menial jobs, or even a meaningful job like my own. We don't do this only for the purpose of just the job. It's because we want a life. We want, we want to be able to relax. So, as of this past week, the numbers for unemployment went up in spite of the fact that more and more states are now eliminating the federal unemployment supplement, trying to force Americans back into low-wage jobs, and it's not working, and for very good reason. Anyway, so, lots of Americans are completely aware that as they're working underpaid, understaffed, and having tremendous stress placed on them, they're watching the stock market go up, and now we're watching billionaires take off into space. I'm absolutely amazed that this has not turned into our let them eat cake moment. When are Americans going to rise up against this? I'm not advocating violence, but a general strike. I'm very much in favor of the Frito-Lay, workers in Topeka, Kansas, that are striking. Some of them have been working for, 5 months without a day off. To get a day off, they have to earn points. To earn 1 point, you have to work 31 days in a row with no days off to earn a day off. They're working in no air conditioning while they're working in front of deep fryers and heavy machinery and temperatures exceeding 100 degrees, sometimes 140 degrees in the kitchens, to make potato chips and Cheetos and stuff like this. When does that translate into the let them eat cake moment? I stand in solidarity with the Frito-Lay workers, among many others, and the McDonald's workers, and everyone else that is suffering under this. Over time, these things affect you first emotionally. These things split families apart. You don't have time to spend with your families. You don't have money to pay your bills. So from there, the stress takes over and then turns into, translates into physical illness, especially if you have a pre-existing condition, high blood pressure, asthma, ulcerative colitis, Crohn's disease, and on and on and on, diabetes. You've got Amazon workers, drivers peeing in bottles. And where's our dignity? Where are our human rights? Where is our health care? Where is our security? None of this translates into being the greatest country on earth. None of it. Absolutely not. So, my experience is just another in a series of stories that can be told across this country for many years. It's just gaining more attention. The conditions are getting worse. With unemployment going up and wages still remaining down, while the stock market rises and billionaires taking off into space, it is about time for our let them eat cake moment. It is about time that we actually rise up as a country and engage in a general strike. Now, there is information. Oh, yeah, I have another corporate relation to to share with you. Right now, I'm not on Facebook because I was banned for 30 days. And this had to do with what was alleged bullying. I was talking about Lindsey Graham saying that he would go to war to have Chick-fil-A on the Notre Dame campus after some of the students protested against Chick-fil-A. Remember, Lindsey Graham is a warmonger of the highest order. He has supported every war for decades. Every war for decades. That literally kills human beings. You don't take it lightly when Lindsey Graham says he will go to war, because it actually means something. So my comment was, in quotes, as a satirical comment, you will eat the, homophobic chicken, or I will kill you. And this was considered by Facebook to be bullying. What it really means is that I'm on the radar. I've said it before, I'm on the radar. They're trying to take me down. And they will try to take down anyone and everyone that opposes the corporatocracy. Even at the lowest level, I've only got 140 subscribers to my channel on here, but I have been so active on social media. Yeah, I think that they just felt like they had to do something about me. And it won't be long before I am removed entirely. I'm not. It doesn't matter what I say or don't say. It doesn't matter if they can realistically translate this into bullying or not. There was nothing realistic in this that was bullying. I wasn't threatening anyone. It was all satire. And so yeah. So and now we've got the White House coordinating directly with Facebook to censor American citizens. But that's an issue for another video. Anyway, share this video. Because I can't, please share this video for me. Talk about these subjects far and wide. Do not be silenced. If you can, please donate $1 a month to help expand the channel. And in another video, I'm going to talk about some plans that I have coming up, including trying to build out a Facebook alternative, which will not be ruled or involve any kind of corporate involvement. So please, but that's going to take time and money and effort. So hopefully I'll be able to have it up within the next few weeks in its, core form, in a small format, which will just be expanded on over time. All right, so thank you very much for watching, and I will catch you in the next video.